The book Peak shows how to transform your company into a top performer by applying psychologist Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Author and successful hotelier Chip Conley explains how to use this method in your key business relationships.
My book is based on the theory that peak experiences create peak performance. I've defined what I call the 3 relationship truths in business, with employees, customers, and investors. In this video, I'll concentrate on the employee relationship and pyramid and illustrate how to create a unique corporate culture and a peak performing staff. Peak is based on legendary psychologist Abraham Maslow's iconic hierarchy of needs. Maslow contended that humans have a number of needs that are innate. At the very base level are physiological needs: food, water, air, sleep. Once those needs are met, an individual can concentrate on the second level, the need for safety and security. The third level is the need for love and belonging, and once you get to the fourth level, you're focused on esteem needs, the need for recognition in the world. Finally, at the peak of the pyramid is self-actualization. I applied this model to my business and reduced the number of levels on the pyramid from 5 to 3. So the employee pyramid looks like this. At the base of the pyramid is money or compensation, which is basically a survival need for an employee. Once survival needs are met, you move up to the next level, which is recognition or success. At the very peak of this pyramid is meaning. This is where I believe real transformation can take place. I started my company over 20 years ago, and Joie de Vivre Hospitality is now the largest independent hotelier in the state of California, with over 40 businesses from boutique hotels to restaurants to spas. We have about 3,000 employees, and 1/3 of them actually clean toilets for a living. So the question I have to ask myself is, how do we create that sense of inspiration for the executives, but also for the housekeeping staff? Conventional wisdom tells us that the actual compensation of an employee is the most important motivator for any employee in the workplace. The reality is employees need to pay the rent, and they actually need to feel like they're getting unique perks and maybe some interesting benefits associated with the job. But that's the base of the pyramid. Those are the survival needs. Peak-performing companies know how to both formally and informally recognize their employees. And they're very good at giving specifics about what the employee does right in the workplace. Here's a tip for how you can actually create a culture of recognition in your company starting today. When you finish a meeting, any kind of meeting in the company, give 10 minutes for those people at the meeting to recognize somebody who's not there. And then have someone else at the table go out and recognize that person. You'll find it miraculous in terms of being able to create a culture of recognition in your company. Compensation and recognition are the foundation of the employee pyramid, and they're what create a job for someone who's at the money compensation level or a career at that recognition level. But if you want your employees to have a sense of calling at the top of the pyramid, you need to create a sense of meaning in both what they do every day and what the organization does. Companies that actually do this well are able to actually succinctly define their mission and help the employees understand what their part is in helping to live out that mission. We take all of our employees at each one of our hotels off-site once a year and do an actual retreat with the line-level employees. And our housekeeping staff will sit around a table and actually talk about if they were to change the title of what they do on a daily basis from just being a housekeeper to something else, what would it be? And all kinds of great things come out of that. The peace of mind police, the mom away from home, the clutter busters. In the process of doing this, the housekeeping staff sees that their impact is much more than just making a bed or cleaning a toilet. It has an impact that affects the guest in a more meaningful and significant way. Additionally, the employees twice per quarter get to actually stay at any of our hotels for free, just so that they can see what it feels like to be a customer. Companies that create peak experiences for their employees by focusing on their meaning needs at the peak of the pyramid are able to create sustainable long-term success. But it's not just about the employees. Companies that create relationships with their customers and their investors such that they create peak experiences for them also are able to create peak performance in the long run. I hope you enjoy the book and that you're able to seek the peak in your organization also.
For more information, go to bnet.com.